Hi, my name's Izzy, and I'm going to be playing Slay the Princess today. Slay the Princess is a psychological horror game, which I have never really played a lot of psychological horror before, or even a lot of horror games in general, so we're just gonna see how I go about doing this today. Also, this game did have flickering images, and I turned those off to be more accessible.
At the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, wow, okay. There are a lot of options, which I had no idea about. Also, I've kind of went with the vibe today, and so you can't really see it, but I have like color changing. It's going from like red to yellow on my headset, and my lights are red over on this side. These will occasionally be red, but... Okay, let's see. What are our options? The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the end of the world ending? Do I get some sort of reward for doing this? Okay, thank you for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently continue to the cabin, turn around and leave. I think there's multiple endings to this, and so I am gonna, for the fun of it, do turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. Okay. I'm just gonna continue walking away.
Huh. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
Yep.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Oops. I don't know how I just did that.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Is this the same person who created that Stanley game? Because this seems like the same narrator. Let's turn around again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever. Your silence is deafening.
I'm just gonna continue not talking.
But fine. You turn around and trek back down the path you... Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will.
He also sounds the same, like the exact same voice actor who does the narrator in Stanley's Parable?
And
I
here we
forget
go.
what it's called.
As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
It's not like you can even see the
At
cabin.
first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin. the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Wait, what's going on?
But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Chapter 2, hold up.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right. Interesting. I wonder if this same thing in chapter 2 would have happened if I had already gone to the cabin. Let's just go ahead and go to the cabin.
A warning.
No
Before you
remorse
go
for the
any
princess.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths, its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, not when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho! You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves? Nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together.
So are both voices like of the hero and the contrarian me? Or are those just like all
ignore the
completely
stressful
separate
geometry
narrators?
And stay calm. How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, We're all waiting for you to complete a very important task. Ooh, we should look at ourselves. Wouldn't that be fun?
I like how everything wiggles around.
You won't be looking at yourself because there isn't a mirror. There's the table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Oh.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. You insisting it isn't there just makes me want to look at it even more.
Interesting.
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done. You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Okay, can I approach
Okay,
the
then
mirror?
how are we supposed
Oops,
to hold
I
it?
just skipped dialogue.
The other way, thumb at the bottom. Will look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom. It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
See, I was holding it a weird way, wasn't I? I don't... How did they have it? I don't know. I don't know how to hold a knife either.
You switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Oh, look, now I have the little...
Okay, fine.
Was that always
You're
a
right.
knife?
This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
I do want to approach the mirror. Throw the blade out the window? I don't really know if I want to do that.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement.
No remorse.
It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Can he even see anything, though?
You reach forward
Ooh.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Well, why does my hand look like that?
But it was there a second ago.
Weird.
And now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
I'm gonna enter.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing
Ew.
a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials. Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
I did not like that. That was really loud in my headset.
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
No, she does. She sounds scary.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
feeling good about the center staircase.
You step onto the center staircase. Paths wind out around you in all directions, each step branching into its own staircases, which branch into their own staircases, and so on. You aren't quite sure if yours is taking you up or down, but at the very least, it's taking you somewhere. You concentrate on where you are, careful not to stray onto any of the many splitting branches that tempt you on all sides. You wouldn't want to have to backtrack to yours once you'd made a decision that took you someplace else. And so you take one careful, focused step after another. One foot down, another foot down, another after that. You lose yourself in following the correct pattern, in following what looks to be the true path, the one that cuts straight down, or up, or maybe sideways. But no matter the direction it goes, it certainly is the most true path. You know that much. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears.
Oh. I was like, I'm waiting
You
for
feel
something to
yourself
happen.
Begin to untether. Physical sensations dull and then vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart...
Can I help you?
I accidentally skipped that before it was done. Why does she sound like that?
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
Can I help you? That's what that sounded like.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Alright, I'm sorry I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird. Do you know what happened to me? I would say let's skip, like, I guess pleasantries and just, like, asking actual questions. Because that's how she manipulates you.
I don't have any weapons, and I'm chained to a wall. Do I look like someone that could end the world? Do I look like a monster?
I don't know, whatever you were saying whenever I was on the stairs, I was a little spooked.
As the
Jesus
princess speaks
Christ.
again, it's almost as if she fractures. Where there was
My
once
game is
just
so
one of her,
loud.
there is now another.
That scared me. That just scared me.
We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? Again? Have you been here before? Should we tell him? Nah, let him stew. Right, I'm telling him. Yeah, we've been here before, but we never went to the cabin. We just turned around and left until... Until? It's hard to describe. Until the only thing we could see was the same cabin going on forever. And then you told us that the world ended and we died. And then we woke up, and I'm pretty sure you're familiar with all the rest of it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Let's, oh. Okay, hold on a minute. So if I try and hit only one of these, there's all three, it'll hit all three of the options, but which one will it hit? Damn.
There must be something wrong with you. I'm the same as I was a moment ago. It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
What's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again. I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start?
Where would we start?
We would always start by stabbing her. Which her?
What? Oh. Are they like more in like, okay.
Any of them.
I don't know. This one looks like her hands and her chain are a little bit loose. More loose than these two. Each of their hands are different.
I don't know about you, but I'm sure glad we took that knife with us. I can't believe someone suggested you toss it out the window. Can you imagine? I don't think we're going to be able to put her back. Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks that way, so please, for the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Technically, I haven't asked her any questions. I've just been talking. See, I literally can't. This is. Oh, I'm just gonna click it.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. Take a step forward.
Jesus.
Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. All at once you charge forward, not feeling to slay the princess, just as you strike at her bindings and leave her to languish alone.
Oh, I don't like this one up here. She's a little scary.
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess. But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say?
Ew.
I could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on
Did we just die
themselves
again?
falls apart? I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around
Oh.
in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable.
It looks uncomfortable. Ew, look at my scraggly little hand.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
We should help her. think we did this.
Girl, put her out of her misery. Look at her.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
No. Oh. Oh. Okay. The illusion of choice. Hold on. But you don't know if she had a chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else. The mirror?
Where did she go? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Oh. Interesting.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that.
Ouch. Oh gosh, my feet are falling asleep already.
Then what the hell are we supposed to do? It is. Does that mean the world ended? Again, what the hell are we supposed to do?
I don't want to look at the mirror. Oh, because then well, unless it just disappears again, but then there's just like nothingness.
Something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
Then we shouldn't.
No. Don't do that.
No! Give me other options.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Okay, wait, so who am I? Am I just this random force?
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
I agree. Oh, there we go. Oh, she's gonna pop out from the mirror. I swear she's going to. No. I'm afraid. Oh. Oh, oh, it's me. Wow, I look scraggly. I also just got another achievement. I did not see what that was. Oh. Proceed to the cabin. Oh. Oh, there she is. Do we have the knife still?
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
God damn. Look at all these questions. Should I should I destroy your body? I say we attack it.
My roots burrow in an ocean beyond your sight. We cannot harm each other as we are now.
Interesting. What if I just destroy my own body? Oh.
There's nowhere for you to be but here.
Oh. Well. Okay, so then we just...
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom. She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Okay. Everything goes dark and you die.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
Oh.
And in the basement of that
Okay, the
cabin
real Slay the
is a
Princess. Okay,
princess.
so I see.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
So I'm guessing this is all just normal
The door
then?
to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I feel like if it were all a part of the manipulation, though, she would sound like sweet and innocent and not like she's the one in charge around there, but
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
she's bluffing.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Bye, queen.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
She looks kind of sad, though. Oh, look, my little knife got bloody.
Oh. This is it, isn't it?
What'd you think it was?
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder.
My scraggly hand.
Do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes, Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over? Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible? You did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience. But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here. You open the cabin door,
Off I go.
ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find
Oh, wow.
is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away. What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy. This isn't an ending. In fact, now that the princess has been slain, endings are a thing of the past. No. This is the beginning of eternity. Your reward. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Interesting. Unreliable
Time passes.
narrator.
You can't be sure if it's days or months or years or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right? I do, but you're probably not going to like it.
Jump into the abyss.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Blade.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Am I gonna end trying to kill myself both
He's
times?
right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end. Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
Oh, let's dare.
Thank you. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An eternity of bliss? You ingrate?
Okay.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Just killed this motherfucker.
Princess's body is dust and bones. Though the
How
blade
the
you
fuck?
used to slay
How
her
long
is
have we
as
been down
pristine
here?
as the day you first held it.
Okay, so the first time I stabbed her, the world also looked a little bit like this. So I'm thinking narrator wanted the world to end because that's how you. Okay, he wanted me to slay the princess to get the world to end.
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
And I die.
The end. Nice knowing you.
Okay, now we're back in chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods.
Okay, this time I'm
And
not
at the
going to
end
kill
of
the
that
princess.
path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh my god, I've been recording for 40 minutes already. It literally feels like I have spent no time at all doing this, which is insane.
You're here to slay her. If you don't,
It's literally
it will
felt
be
like
the
10 minutes
end
and it's
of
been
the
40.
world.
I'm just not gonna talk to the narrator because fuck
warning
him.
Before you go any further.
Shut up,
She will
narrator.
lie.
She won't.
Voice of the Cold? Who's that?
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners.
It's different every
You can hear
time.
wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
And the mirror is back.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
But there was a mirror a second ago. And now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult.
Whoops. I feel like I would have wanted to put not take the knife and just go down the stairs, just so that she wouldn't have a chance to kill me if I did go down
The
there
door
and
to
want
the
to talk to her.
basement groans open, revealing an
Ooh.
old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. The room below is silent. Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Well, I
The
guess there's no
skeletal
princess to talk
Lying in a
to.
heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Because we did. We already killed her.
Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish
Oh.
your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor.
Hello.
Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin. And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here? A ghost!
Okay.
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Yeah, I figured you would. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting the wrong button.
The princess drifts across the room
Oh.
into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Ew.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and
she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
I see you brought that annoying knife again.
I did. I did.
So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Oh, good lord, there's way too many. Let's leave.
This isn't a solution. Nobody wins here.
You're...
Oh, she's upset, isn't she?
You're abandoning me here?
It would seem so, yes.
Oh!
To me, you've chosen
Oh!
to do more.
Oh! Yes.
Princess starts to float erratically from side to side, her cold exterior melting away.
But if I just leave me, then I'm really just going to be stuck here forever. Then there's nothing we can do. It's just going to go on and on and on and on, lonely and sad and hurting and empty.
No, no, not that.
I mean, you're already dead, Boo. You've been dead for a while.
She's about to try something. Get ready.
The princess passes through you, a
Oh.
chill rippling along your skin, a disappointed sigh echoing in your ears. You turn and face her as she hovers between you and the stairs. Spectral tears streak down her cheeks as she places a translucent hand on your chest. It feels cold, but otherwise like nothing at all.
Are we doing the right thing? Why do I feel so sad? Don't let her get to you. It doesn't matter. Somehow, soon, this too will be over, and we'll move on to something new. I feel like you all keep forgetting that.
Her dark-rimmed eyes fall to the floor as she speaks.
I never wanted to have to hurt anybody. It's not who I wanted to be.
The tears on her cheeks vanish. She lifts her head, sorrow replaced with wrath, staring into you with fiery anger.
Then I guess you've turned me into something worse.
Oh!
She forces her hand into your chest, and then
Yes?
And then he has no heart.
nothing happens.
Up.
Are you sure about that? Something should have happened. And yet it didn't. We're fine.
You can't be sure if you first hear or feel what happens next, but it is over before you can fully conceptualize what it is. A horrific splintering,
Oh!
the squelching of organs, the rending of tissue, an icy, numbing pain.
I guess I should have stepped away then.
I'm done asking. The next time I see you, I'm taking everything I'm owed. Starting with your body. If you don't choose to give me my freedom, I'll just have to make you give it to me.
She's real now. If she's making us dead, we should return the favor.
Slay the princess or die. Let's just die.
But you don't swing.
Oh!
Your body comes to a juddering halt as she rips her hand from your chest. In her clenched fist is your still beating heart.
But that's ours.
See you soon, killer.
Ew, she winked at me.
She crushes it.
See you
Blood
soon.
and
Oh,
ruined
tea.
vascular tissue leaking from between her fingers,
Ew.
dribbling unceremoniously to the floor. Everything goes dark, and you die.
And I die. Again. A third chapter.
You're on a path in the wood. Shit.
This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on.
Yes, so it does.
No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. Does there have to be a way out? For all we know, this is just how things are. No, I can't accept that. I know she just killed us, but what if we free her? What if we help her leave? We haven't tried that yet.
That does sound like it could be interesting. Or at least...
I was
different.
going to, but she was already dead whenever I got there, so...
I don't think we can stop
Look at
her
my
if that's
scraggly
what she
little
wants to
finger.
do. She ripped our heart out. Who's to say she can't go ahead and steal our body and make us do whatever she wants? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and
The world has
everyone
already
ends with
ended.
it,
We're
yourself
already
included.
good.
Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of anything? We've already died twice. Doesn't mean much to us anymore. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again.
Yup.
This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
Her influence?
I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright? Great. Let's just hurry.
Alright. Well, let me readjust. Alright, we're adjusted. Nope, now we're adjusted.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't, and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
We've definitely tried that before and it did not work.
Continue down the path towards the cabin. The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching
Interesting.
far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror.
Oh my god.
What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time?
I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go.
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying end of the hallway, there's just an opening.
He didn't say door, did he?
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Well, yeah, because there's just an opening and no door.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. This is it. The mirror's going to go away, and she's going to startle us. We better brace ourselves. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
What you looking at, killer? Staring into the void? Thinking about what it'd be like to die again? I know exactly how you feel.
Shit. Where is she? You feel
In the
something
void.
long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones.
Oh.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
But do you know how I feel? I gave you a path to forgiveness. I gave you a chance to make things right. I thought maybe you'd seen what you've done and feel remorseful. Maybe try to make it up to me. But no, you'd rather use that knife to keep making the same mistake over and over and over. So, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to take your body, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it. Completely helpless. Just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
Then turn off the part of you that feels things.
Oh, like it's that easy?
It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain.
Except that pain hurts.
Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad?
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
I don't think you get the magnitude of hatred that sits between us. You've broken more trust than I thought I had. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. Great! See you in a jiffy.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's
Oh.
body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Odd.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. What am I talking about? This isn't fine. It was better when she was a normal ghost. It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough. Your vision fades
Oh.
as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Interesting.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. I'd beg you to resist, but you've already surrendered your will to her, haven't you?
Yes.
You're the puppet master here. If this is the only way we could cut ourselves free from you, so be it. It's a new experience. You should try being possessed sometime. There's nothing else like it.
There's nothing wrong with fixing your mistake. I'll remember that. But I'll also never forget what you've done.
Your body inches along the corridor, every step more difficult and painful than the last. Your joints stiff and unresponsive, the shattered bones of your ankle grinding.
Yeah, if she wanted to use
ceaselessly,
us, maybe she
as if
shouldn't have,
they're
like, broken our
fragmenting,
legs.
Then reforming, then snapping all over again as you make your way towards the outside world.
We're so close.
But despite the anguish,
Oh.
it doesn't feel like the exit to the cabin is getting any closer. If anything, it's getting further away.
It doesn't matter how long this hallway is. I will drag this body until it is a piece of meat and feathers. I will be free.
Ew.
Please, just let her out.
Yes. Let me out.
It's pointless, isn't it? I can't stop her without you, and you'd already given up by the time we met. No, screw that. The hallway gets even longer.
You satisfied me into submission. The door is right there.
The door is right there.
It really is, isn't it?
I walk to it. I place your bloody hand on the door. I make you twist the handle.
Isn't saying all of this his job?
He is gone.
Oh, he really is, isn't he? I had a feeling you could deal with him for us.
I did nothing. He dealt with himself.
This is it then. The big moment. Finally, we'll get to see what's really out there.
Nothingness.
Flick as we push forward. The air is different here.
We're us again. How interesting. Everything is gone. Except her.
What is happening to me?
Uh-oh. The hands again. There she goes. Oh, and the mirror's back.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Yeah,
And there's that mirror again.
let's go try and
Why is
find
it
her.
here? Why now?
empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
All these options.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay, chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to...
Yep, I am. Alright, let's not talk to the narrator again.
You make your way up. She will...
Yeah. Let's go let her go.
The interior of the cabin. The blade is your implement. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
That is the voice that I was talking about, where if it really was manipulation, it would have been a sweet innocent voice. Because it's fake. Now she's gonna kill us, but we don't have the knife, so she can't.
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, but the other one was different. Several others are different.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
That's okay.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
I feel like I should have let her go whenever she was, like, being, like, rude. But I feel like she's gonna kill us.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
See, she's gonna kill us.
Okay. Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how
True.
long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
I appreciate the vote of confidence.
What if they're bad reasons, though? If they had good reasons for thinking I was dangerous, wouldn't they have shared them with you? I don't want to hurt anyone. I just want to leave. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
I say we sit with her for a little bit.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
I liked the idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Suspect.
But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
I fucking knew it. The manipulation.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
She's gonna kill us. What do I do? She's spooky. I just want to lock her in the basement forever until she dies. Like,
You can't be serious.
let's let her out. Look at her freaking face.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
She gonna kill us.
You're making a huge mistake.
I know.
No. I think you're doing the right thing.
No, I made a mistake.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabinet.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Okay.
Is someone else here?
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
We could have picked it open with the knife, I bet.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I don't even have the knife, though.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates
Good
before raising her
freaking
arm to her
Lord.
mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the
Why?
determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now.
What if I cut her arm off?
Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Let's save her.
Fine.
I don't want her, like, nibbling her arm off, like...
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against
Oh!
the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the prince.
Okay, now I think we're good. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we're back.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
No!
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that.
No, you cannot.
Watch me.
What are you doing?
No. No! Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Oh, she knows.
Lunges
Oh!
forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart.
No.
But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
Resist.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
No, stop.
We both know this isn't you.
We know. Girl, move.
Nervously reaches
Oh.
towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
She's gonna kill us.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into
Oh.
your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there she goes.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She's just stabbing me over and over again.
Apparently not. Though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
And I die. Chapter 2.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Interesting. I'm gonna save this really quick.
here to slay her. If you don't,
Okay, because that was
it will
chapter
be the
1,
end
and
of
this
the
is chapter
world.
2. So let's see.
A warning, she will...
Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He is trying
Voice
to
of
keep
the
us apart, but he
smitten.
won't last time. I think he just likes to... I do. Don't.
Let's just continue on to the cabin. Let's get this over with. Let's try and release her for a second time.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world.
I suppose if we're to play the role of Dash...
Hopefully it doesn't put her on edge. There's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Oh, and the mirror disappeared.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the... But it's still a stone basement. If the prince... A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello.
Hello? Is someone there?
Yes.
Her voice. It's somehow
It's
even
me, my
more
love.
beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Oh, hell.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can. We don't even know the princess. We can...
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just, you walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Oh.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero.
She must be experiencing this all too for herself. She's probably died over and over and over again from different people killing her.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you?
That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Alright, I think this is gonna be like the last, part that I play.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
Rescue her? What are you talking? Don't you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her out with ease.
No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. If her hand could just slip out of the chains, why hasn't she done it already?
Because we've yet to present her with her freedom.
I'm not sure I follow.
Would you rather believe me, a passionate heart guided by love and my own good nature? Or would you rather believe the devil on your shoulder who tells you what you can and cannot do?
I think I'd rather believe in facts.
Ah, so you're one of those empiricists.
One of us has to be.
Then let me show you a brand new truth. Narrator, we courageously step forward and free our beloved from her bindings.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, Yes.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
You wouldn't.
Oh, he would.
I would.
He would.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. Are you sure you want to do this? Just one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade is buried in her back, and everyone out there is saved. Is that a threat?
You know what we'll do if you try it.
You're going to regret this.
What do we do now?
We run away.
Let me guess. End the world?
Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
What if she wants so much that it ends the world?
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Do you want to end the world? Let's end the world together, baby. Something isn't right here. I'm sorry, Slay the Princess. Oh my god. I'm being manipulated.
That sounds perfect.
As the princess takes your hand in hers,
Cute.
you let your blade tumble uselessly to the floor. And
I
with
think you
it
should still carry it
comes
for
the last
self-defense.
hope for the entire world.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it.
I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with.
You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks. That's a familiar move.
And then we kill each other.
Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
True love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
No, we've had her a billion times.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are
you listening to this. You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice. I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Oh my gosh, I'm tired.
Okay, yeah.
Let's be
do
cringe
it.
and open it together.
Like a pair of teenagers in love, you and the princess place your hands on the door together. Blech.
Blech.
And the lock clicks and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me? I told you our love was insurmountable. You and the princess make your way upstairs. Her freedom and the world's ruin are just a few moments away. If you don't mind, I'm going to fix myself a drink before you ruin everything. If I'm about to see the end of the world, I'd rather not see it sober.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin,
There's probably gonna be nothing.
and then you step outside.
Oh.
A happy ending at last.
We did it. What should we do now?
Oh.
Where did everything go? Where did he go? Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
Either way, we're gonna end up.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
No.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Oh, and there she goes. Again.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
Yes.
Is that a... Why is it here? Why now?
Oh. Grody. My love.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same. If you need time, then I will wait with you. You are as I am now, and forever is a long time to remain undone. I am not you, but I know that I would return before forever was finished. What textures will you weave for yourself to occupy forever? Will you place the images of you and I into a box for safekeeping? If you close that box, will you become another you in another world? An imaginary pattern repeating itself until it can no longer bear the weight of its hand-drawn cage? You'll always come back to the box, because you'll always want to know what it means to be you. I will be here waiting by your side until you're ready to return to mine.
And then the game closed. Okay. So let me see. There are So I only unlocked 10 of 97 achievements, which is insane. There's 97 achievements. I didn't even unlock the good ending. I feel like it would take me days. And there's 32 hidden achievements. Yeah, but that's enough for now. Goodbye.